There's this quiet tension that can really fracture a home, and it so often comes down to one single word: respect. But what happens when that respect breaks down between two of the most important people in your life, your spouse and your best friend? It's a really tricky situation, and today we're going to dive into it, looking at it through the lens of traditional African wisdom. So yeah, this is the big question, right? You might hear all kinds of excuses, like, hey, I knew you before she even came along, or the one we're going to focus on today. Come on, it's a modern world now. But is it really about being modern, or is that just a convenient excuse for pride? That's what we need to figure out.
Okay, so let's make this real. Let's ground this in a story. Picture this: a man, his wife, and his best friend. For a long time, everything is totally fine. Greetings are exchanged, there's mutual respect, no problems. But then, one day, something shifts. A simple, basic sign of respect just stops.
Now, the ages here are super important. The husband is older than his wife, and the wife, in turn, is older than the best friend. In a lot of cultural contexts, this isn't just some random detail. It sets a very clear expectation. Tradition says the younger person should be the one to greet first, as a sign of respect for their elders. It's an established, unspoken rule. And there it is, the justification, the match that's about to light a fire. It's modern times. But we gotta ask ourselves, is this really about embracing modernity? Or is it a subtle, or maybe not so subtle, challenge to the order of the household? This is that exact moment when a simple hello becomes a declaration of something much, much bigger. So why is this such a big deal? I mean, it's just a greeting, right? Well, no, because it was never just about who says hello first. It's about all those invisible values that hold a family together. That one small gesture, or the lack of it, carries the weight of an entire cultural framework. And this, right here, is the key to the whole thing. In this context, greeting someone first has absolutely nothing to do with being weak or submissive. Not at all. It's a sign of good character. It shows humility, it shows you come in peace, and it shows you had a good upbringing. So when someone pointedly refuses to do it, they're sending a very different message, one that says, I don't really acknowledge your place here. And here's the absolute core of it. Your wife isn't just another person in this situation. She represents your household. She represents you. So any disrespect shown to her is a direct challenge to you, to your family name, and to the very dignity of your home. It's not just some minor insult. It's a crack in the foundation. So what happens if this is just left unchecked? What are the consequences? This isn't just a harmless little disagreement that'll blow over. Nope. It's like a poison that spreads silently, and it causes real, lasting damage. Let's break down exactly what that damage looks like.
The damage really unfolds in four big ways. First, it completely undermines the culture of respect you're trying to build in your own home. Second, it plants these little seeds of bitterness that just grow and grow in the silence. Third, it puts you, the husband, in an absolutely impossible spot. And finally, it gives your friend this false sense of power over your marriage. There's a powerful African proverb that just perfectly captures this situation. In this battle of wills between your wife and your friend, your peace of mind is the grass. You're the one who gets trampled while these two elephants, pride on one side and duty on the other, are at war. Protecting your own peace has to be the number one goal. Okay, so we've seen the problem and we've seen the damage it causes. So what is the wise way to respond? Look, it's not about winning an argument. It's not even about proving that you're right. The only goal here is to protect your marriage and bring back peace with dignity. The approach is actually a pretty clear four-step process. First, you speak calmly, no anger. Second, you set your boundary and you set it firmly. Third, you state clearly that your priority is protecting your wife's peace. And fourth, and this is so critical, you refuse to argue. See, a person acting out of pride usually loves conflict. When you just calmly state your truth and walk away, you starve that fire of its fuel. And if you're looking for the right words, this is it. This one sentence is so powerful because it's not an attack. It's a declaration of your values. It says, look, our friendship means a lot to me, but the peace in my home, that is non-negotiable. It's firm, it's graceful, and there's just no way to misinterpret it. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what's the big takeaway here? This was never just about one little disagreement. It's a lesson in the timeless value of cultural wisdom. It proves that these principles of respect aren't old-fashioned. They're essential tools for keeping our relationships healthy even today. At the end of the day, this is all about a beautiful, simple balance.
It has to be a two-way street. A true friend who really values you is naturally going to respect your life partner. And in turn, a loving spouse is going to show warmth and courtesy to the friends that matter to you. That's it. That's the foundation of harmony. And this right here is the ultimate cost if you let pride win. You have to remember this. If you let the foundation of respect crumble in your home, peace will inevitably follow it to the grave. The two are inseparable. So when you choose to defend respect, you're choosing to protect peace. Which leaves us with one final big question to think about. In our world that's changing so fast, what is the role of these traditional values? Are they just fading away, or are they actually more important than ever for keeping our most precious relationships strong? It's definitely something worth thinking about.